So we have to start, of course, with the back door that sent you to the jury house. So you were clearly upset with Bowie Jane for nominating you. You felt that you had protected her throughout the game. How do you look back on her decision and your relationship now?
I am now and always will be proud of my Bowie. I mean, she's one person that came into this game um, and has evolved. I will always say Bowie is a person that is bad at being bad at things. She will compete and work and practice and do it over and over and over until she's got something down where she gets good at something. And Bowie has gotten very good at this game. Do I feel betrayed by her? No. After our conversations together, I know that she made the move that she made for the best interest of her game. And I am 100% proud of the fact that she could stand up and do that. I mean, I know she took a shot regardless of where her information came from and feelings that she had going towards it. I know that she felt justified in what she did, and I'm proud that she took that shot. And I hope that I have a little bit of a hand in the confidence that she grew inside of that house.
You formed the Fugitives Alliance with Jag and Matt 2 weeks ago in the hopes of working together as big competition threats. And after being nominated this week, you then proceeded to tell everybody about their involvement in your HOH and generally the games that they had been playing up to this point. Why did you choose to do that, and how do you feel now about your fellow fugitives?
I felt very wronged by them at the time. I feel like I might have been a little wrong or off kilter in my understanding there. I It felt as though I had been lined up for a while. It didn't feel like it didn't feel like a spur of the moment thought. It felt like something that they had been doing that they had lined up before I re-entered the house. So once that happened, I felt pretty wronged, and I wanted to go at least talk to the people that I could possibly talk to against Matt and Jag to see if I could get some favor and get back into the game. Uh, After realizing that it was probably not going to happen, I actually felt kind of bad about having done what I did because I love Matt and Jag. I definitely set up some obstacles for them for the remainder of this game, but make no bones about it, I really am pulling for those two guys. They have played their butt off this entire season. So, how do I feel about the Fugitives moving forward? I am their biggest fan. I hope that I do not see them in the jury house, and I hope that I get to cast my vote for one of them.
During your last two HOH reigns, you plan to be secretive and cause as much chaos as possible, putting up Felicia, Izzy, and Mimi. But after both of those reigns, you also ended up getting evicted the week after. How do you look back on the decisions you made throughout your HOH reigns?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of the trend. Whoever the HOH is has got to go. But look out, Bowie. The decisions that I made in the game, I'm pretty proud of the Izzy week, as I call it. That one definitely was chaos stirred, and I'm proud of that week. I think not only did it make it a TV, it was a hell of a lot of fun. As far as the Felicia and Mimi going back, I definitely, as I've talked about before, if I had a time machine, I'd have went back with my gut and I would have backdoored Corey, and I think it would have been a much more successful week. And I think I'd be in the house a little bit longer. But I wanted to work with Matt and Jag. I wanted to not ruffle any feathers and move forward with those guys. I have no idea about their ties to Corey or America or why Jag was so against me putting Corey on the block. Um, but that was a game time decision, and it was something that I made. Do I regret it? Of course. Can I go back and change it? Absolutely not. Am I proud of some of the decisions that I made? Absolutely. Some of them probably weren't the best, but it landed me here. But I'm still overly grateful of having had the opportunity to even call a couple shots in the house.
As I just mentioned, you were evicted initially, but you got to come back as a zombie and resurrect your game the next week. Do you feel you were able to change your game at all upon returning? And how does that incorporate into your most recent eviction?
So coming back into the house, I knew that I had to have a different strategy. I mean, when I left the first time, it was just me coming out of a corner every week, just throwing punches and trying my hardest to stay in it. Um, when I came back into the house, I knew I needed a little bit of a strategy and some people that I needed to lean on and trust. And the first two people that I wanted to give a chance to was Matt and Jag. and we formed the Fugitives. And I loved every second of it until I bobbled it. I said the wrong thing to Bowie with the wrong thought, and like I said, paranoia creeps in those spaces in between moments in the house, and that's one of the hardest parts of the game is keeping your mind in those down times. So coming back into the game, the strategy was to form an alliance, to form something that only I could work with, and I found Matt and Jag. And had I not messed up things with Bowie, I honestly believe that Matt, Jag, and I would still be running and doing our best. Honestly,
To finish, give me your rapid fire thoughts on each of the remaining house guests left in the game, starting with America.
shifty,
Blue.
entertaining,
Bowie Jane.
proud,
Suri.
mentor,
Corey.
quirky,
Felicia.
mama,
Jag.
homie,
And finally, Matt.
lovable.